Playing Dr. Frankenstein today with the 818. Last time I left this off, the engine was there, and that was it. So today, transmission got bolted up. The new exhaust got put in under there. The unequal length headers. That was a bit of an adventure because those were what they call slip fit, which I've never heard of and wasn't aware of, but and basically they have a on the two tubes that go left to right, it's a slip joint that goes in and out. The headers can get wider and narrower, and I wouldn't get narrow enough. Even after I trimmed it a little bit, it still wouldn't get narrow enough. I actually had to cut off the clips that the clamps go to get it to close up. Once I done that, there was nowhere to clamp it, so that's fine. I was going to weld it up anyway. It looked like a recipe for a leak, so welded the headers up, got those on, up pipe, cat on, transmissions on, and I just finished putting the axles back in. And I have wired up a battery, hot wired actually, to the starter, just so that I can turn it over. The spark plugs are out, it turns over real easy. And I'm gonna roll it over, let it roll for a little while, make sure nothing's binding, make sure everything spins. I did install the clutch slave cylinder, a new clutch master cylinder, and bled it. So I'm gonna check that when I step on the clutch, things stop spinning. So it's redneck engineering at its best. As you can see, I'm spinning here, but not here. So this axle appears to have come out of the joint. So I'll have to figure out how to fix that. It's sitting a lot farther in than this one, and I'm wondering if this is how it's supposed to sit, or if it should set in that far. I'll have to go do a little reading, figure out what's going on there. But so it rolls over, nothing's binding. The clutch does indeed stop the tire from spinning when you push down on it. Still feels a little spongy. I might need to bleed it a little more. And that was in gear. I put everything back in neutral, and it spins real easy, obviously without spinning the wheels. So I'm gonna go figure out what I've got to do with my axle here. I'm gonna try and get that fixed, and then maybe bleed on the clutch a little bit more, and it might be a good stopping point for today. Once I get it to where it all rolls, I think I should. I'll let it spin for a good 5-10 minutes and see if it's the oil pressure or if the oil flows throughout. Make sure there's no oil leaking anywhere. I had to pull the intercooler. If you noticed, it was there last time. I couldn't see to stab the transmission. So yeah, so after that I'll move on to cooling. I want to button up the cooling system, get this connected on both ends, get those pipes insulated so that they're not leaking heat right into the passenger compartment, get the clamps replaced here, get the rubber fittings replaced, and get it all connected up here. And then fill the cooling system up, see if it has any leaks. And once I know the oil and the cooling don't leak, then I'll move on to, I'm going to put the ECU in here and start trying to get the harness to length. So got something tangible and exciting to keep me motivated, and go back to wiring. So, lots of fun.